Greg's not in Concord Food Co-op.
Yes.
And taking his place.
Leslie, I know Greg actually gets to go on vacation.
I know, imagine that.
Why is it I look at Facebook? I see Greg's out of town. I look at Facebook. It's all you.
Yeah.
Because now I get to do all the demos, and the product demos, and everybody sees me every day with awesome products. This month it's all local, and it's been super fun.
Wow.
That's great.
The
That's
rat's
wonderful.
away in the... No, that didn't.
No. That's in
Sorry,
the...
that came out wrong. Well, okay, yeah.
He is listening, so.
Oh, the cat's away and the mice are playing.
But you've been doing demos anyway, though, Leslie, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
So.
And each month we have a theme. So this month it's been local products, and that's been super easy.
What was
hard
yesterday?
to
Yesterday
choose.
was wine?
No, well, we have had some wine tastings too.
Right.
Yeah, our wine buyer has really been great about getting a lot of reps in.
That's awesome.
And so mine is more the products that we.
Right.
Yeah, the wine. We leave that to the professionals.
Well, you looked very happy to be standing next to a couple bottles of wine.
Well, you know,
I'm just saying.
There we go. See, you know what?
I was. It was. Yes, that was a good moment. I was demoing quiche from a bakery because our bakery actually uses local eggs, local milk in their products. So that was great. Yeah, and then we've done like the hummus and pita chips from Yorgos. They're based in Manchester.
That sounds good.
Granolas from all over New Hampshire.
What flavor hummus?
Well, they have a roasted red pepper, they have a garlic, they have lemon.
I like
so
the roasted
roasted red
we'll
pepper. Yeah, a lot of people like that.
Be sure to put that one out. And then local cheese and honey at the end of the month. We're going to,
Oh.
Yeah, it's great.
I just thought it was funny, Greg not being here, and I looked. It's all Leslie. I went, wow, look at this. That was good. Yeah. I'm sure he took note of it, trust me.
Yeah.
Also in-house today, Vincent is back in the house. You still the Haba manager? Or
I am not, actually.
What are you doing besides yoga?
I would just wander. No, I don't. I'm working at another store, and I'm in school full time.
Are you really?
Awesome.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm studying dance and movement therapy at Antioch University in Keene.
Dancing?
Dance and movement therapy.
And movement therapy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, therapy for?
So it's clinical mental health counseling.
Yeah.
but with a somatic component. So it fits in very nicely.
Well, you're
with the
pretty
yoga
lithe
practice.
kind of guy anyway.
Hey, he's my friend. Watch.
Live that was complimentary.
Yeah,
I
I think
was
so.
gonna say. Lithe.
Yeah.
Oh, live.
I took it
okay.
as a compliment, but thank you, Jim.
Okay, you're a pretty nimble guy.
Yes.
Okay, because I always loved lotus position in the chair. I can barely get my fat butt in the chair, and he's got the legs up, and I'm like, seriously? But that's interesting. Master's degree. What are you going to do?
I don't think you have to be lithe to receive therapeutic benefit from dancing.
don't.
Absolutely.
You
And
don't.
movement.
Yeah.
Absolutely
No,
not.
just to be
It
clear.
works for everybody.
He comes by it more naturally than I have to work at it.
Yeah.
Is that
he's,
true?
He's a little more.
No,
limber.
I'd say I had to work at it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you could probably become lithe too.
I could do a lot if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You can also be nimble. Is that another way to describe it?
And be
Sure.
quick.
Yeah.
And
be quick. Yes.
And jump over a
He's-
candlestick.
No,
Yeah, no, I got this.
Mentally, verbally nimble, yes. Mentally lithe, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Lotus,
Ooh.
I don't think so.
It just would take time. It just takes time.
It does take time.
Just with like with anything else.
And what would be the point?
Now, so you could be an attorney if you wanted to.
I could do that.
Yeah?
In fact, I had a dream last night that I was working for a law firm.
That's too
Oh, that's
funny.
like a
Did that
nightmare.
wake you up in
Actually, it
cold
was just 2
sweat?
hours ago. Yeah.
Wow. Jim Readey, teaching yoga meditation for the past 25 years, former New Hampshire attorney and Concord Food Co-op board member. His mission is to help individuals lead their healthiest, happiest, and fullest lives possible. In addition to yoga, he leads workshops and retreats in conscious communication, men's work, I love you, man, couples work, and, wait for it,
Wait.
mindful improv comedy.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Well, you have
love
to,
that.
in order to succeed at improv comedy, you have to be in the moment. You have to be
Yes.
mindful. You have to. Otherwise, it's not funny, or it's just, oh, you've been waiting 5 minutes to say that. It's ridiculous. You got to be in the moment.
You sound like you've practiced some, Pat.
I do in my everyday life.
Yes.
Don't we all?
Yes.
Yep, pretty much. Conscious communication
Yeah.
as opposed to,
Unconscious.
thank you.
Thanks, Vincent.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so draw the distinction.
What's that about?
Don't go anywhere, Leslie. We like you.
A lot of times we hide what's really going on. We're obfuscating. We're not really revealing our full health.
Write that down. Obfuscate.
I know.
Good
Obfuscate.
word. Yeah, that's a good word.
It means basically the same as to lithe.
Yeah, I know.
No, no.
Well, I'm not going to live that one down.
He's working radio, though. You got the running gag. It's okay.
Yeah, it's called a callback in comedy.
There you go.
Bringing it back.
That's right.
But we oftentimes we're hiding. For example, men, we hide our feelings.
Of course we do.
We don't want to let anybody else know
them,
what we're
right,
really feeling. We often try to project false feelings. So,
No, see,
everything's good. I'm fine.
I know.
Well, to a certain audience, men will hide. But
to most audiences, I would contend. Go ahead.
I would tend to differ.
Okay. To whom are you most open and vulnerable, Peter?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it your romantic partner that you're most open with?
No.
Best friend?
Yeah.
Is it a man?
Yeah.
Another man?
Yeah. Some of the guys that we hunt and fish together. So it's just kind of, and I'm sure golfers or whatever that particular pastime is you're involved. You spend time. I've seen you at your worst. You've had a bad health issue or a relationship issue or whatever, and you're more inclined because there's no penalty for talking to me. I'm going because I'm not going to throw the other person on the bus. So I'm trying to be the United Nations here. So I'm kind of like, oh, okay. So how you doing? You all right? What's the matter? So they're more prone to open up because it's not workplace. Right. It's not involved in the personal relationship, but it's somebody I know. We've hunted together. We've fished together. We've done this to it. It's like, oh yeah, no man, this is not good. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I would see that, but I'm not going to talk to work colleagues.
Right.
Because I don't need that in the workplace because there's the vulnerability. I'm not willing to share that.
You don't want Pat
However, Jim, so what you're saying is it's better to be mindful and right out there all the time? Is it better for you individually to be out there all the time rather than just a select group of people?
Mindful with ourselves all the time. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's
and to know when we're obfuscating or when we're hiding, when we're protecting ourselves. There are times to not open your heart because we might
have a little gate, to have a little wall, a little wall,
and others aren't ready to hear our full truth either. So we don't. It's not going to help anybody to come in and tell you my greatest fear right now. Do you want to hear my greatest fear?
Yeah, right, exactly. That's going to kind of take over the whole.
Yeah,
that's going to kind of take over the whole thing.
I mean, how many times have you been in a situation? Hey, Jim, how are you? Oh God, not good.
I know.
The dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, I was waiting for like a 6-word answer.
Yeah.
Not War and Peace about your particular.
And you know what?
At that point, I'm committed. It's like, okay, I'll listen.
And even if I were in that state and I was saying, "Oh, Peter, I'm not good. Things have really been going down the toilet for me recently." I'm not necessarily being vulnerable emotionally. I'm not really showing you my full emotions.
Right.
I'm kind of intellectualizing the external situation in my life. I'm kind of recapping it, and I'm just sort of depressing my energy. That's not necessarily vulnerable.
What I'm saying is, if you, depending on the audience you play that to, so if you say, "Hey, Jim, how are you?" and they really don't. That's a rote thing that they do. They really don't want to hear.
Exactly.
So if you're,
I get you,
and you use that as an opening, going, "Oh my God, my life's on the toilet," and they don't validate you, that could put you even further down if you open up. That's all I'm saying.
And it's not going to support anybody to do that.
Right.
And I would even contend that conscious communication is even understanding where those places, use the example of the workplace, where places like that where you need to have boundaries in terms of what you should say and what you shouldn't say. Things that are appropriate for the workplace aren't necessarily the same things that are appropriate in a romantic partnership in terms of sharing. So conscious communication for me is the understanding of also what boundaries do you need to have with people and different places and situations.
Right. Because I mean,
so it's
I'll
not
be
about
honest.
just that idea of just constantly having, like Jim said, just constantly being open-hearted and constantly sharing your unvarnished truth.
Hang on.
Yeah.
What do you think, Leslie?
Well, so this is
And how do you
funny.
feel?
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm excited. I'm like encouraged. This is great. But it's almost like, where do you even begin? So say you're somebody who hasn't even started this, but has felt like, where do you even start? Like it just to learn to create that awareness that you guys are talking about, like not necessarily putting it out there yet, but just starting with that awareness.
Great question. How about right here and now? Let's start
right
here and now.
You know what? Yeah, you got to have a starting
I'm
point.
going to give you some fundamentals, if I may. This is something called the whole message. And even if you don't use this with someone else, use it with yourself. You could do it in journaling or just
because that's really where it starts
in your own mind.
That's really where it starts is yourself.
So it's called the whole message. A lot of us will talk about the facts. I got up at such and such a time this morning, and I felt this, and the alarm went off, and then I ate this. Those are facts, and that's part of the whole message, but it's only about 1/4. The next element is what's going on in your head. What are you imagining about? Oh, I got up late. I think I got up late. That's a judgment about what time I got up.
Yeah.
And today didn't look like it was going to be a very good day. I'm imagining. So it's what's going on in the imagination or the thinking mind.
Mm-hmm.
And most men, we dwell in those first two elements, I think, stereotypically speaking. Mm-hmm. The next two are feelings. And that would include emotions and sensations in the body. Mm-hmm. Are you aware of sensations in your body? Are you aware of the emotions that are right now most prominent? That's a third part of what we call the whole message. And the last part would be, what do you desire? What's right now the impetus for your actions? What's moving you forward? Like, what are you desiring out of this radio program, whether you're listening to it
emotional
or
or material or a combination of both?
Well, I think it's a combination of all. By the time you get to desire, it should be all.
Yeah, and what's the underlying deep desire? Like, why do you do what you do in your life? Why do you do the job that you do? Why are you in the relationship that you're in, or relationships plural that you're in? What is moving you to be in those relationships? Are you in contact with that yourself?
Yeah.
So even if you just do that by yourself, you're going to learn a lot about who you are.
Yeah, if you really ask, if you're really asking and really open to answering.
Right.
And if you find a partner that's willing to do this with you, it just accelerates the process.
It's super powerful.
That's great.
Yeah.
See, I can lie to her, to you, to the boss. I cannot lie to myself.
That's right.
Cannot do
good
that.
for you.
Oh, well,
no, I can't.
Self-deception. Maybe you can.
I'm honest with myself. I got to be.
Right. Maybe
whether
you
it's
can't.
Health,
People
whether it's
are good
financial.
at that.
I'll put a different tack on. But finances, health, relationship, career, blah blah blah. When the lights are out at night and it's just me, baby, I got to be honest.
What if
now how I talk to her about it?
Yeah.
Okay, is different.
Story.
Then, okay.
What if there are even deeper levels that you're not consciously aware of?
Oh, they probably are.
And that's what
but I try
Vincent,
to scrape those and get to it.
Yeah.
Vincent and I might say that those are the areas where we're still kind of lying to ourselves, or we're hiding from ourselves,
or not looking at the very least, just not looking.
Not for lack of effort.
No, see, to me, there's an emotional mirror that you got to look at.
Yeah.
You got to look at it, man.
Well, then you're a sage.
Yeah,
I know.
No, I just
we bow to you, sir.
You're a rarity.
No, it's true though, because I think most people are really good at self-deception.
Yes, they are.
And even when you, I like how you use that sort of example of the dark night of the soul, sort of in bed at night, and you're sort of going over the course of your day or whatever.
Yep.
And you're saying that you're sitting with that truth, and you're doing that deep work of uncovering, which is beautiful.
I know what I did. I know what I said.
Right.
This is what I meant. Right. This is how I felt.
But
I can separate the two.
That's right. Most people, instead of going into that deepness, what they'll do is maybe they'll turn it on someone else.
You can't.
Right. Right. Because then you don't have to look at yourself.
Because it gets too scary. It's too scary to see the truth.
See, to me, that's like I tore a rotator cuff over the winter. I could have cortisone shot. Yeah. I don't want a cortisone shot. That doesn't deal with the problem. That hides the pain.
Right.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
So we're talking basically an emotional aspect of this. I don't want to hide it, my feelings. Let's just put it out there. Let's deal with it. Good, bad, hurtful, happy, whatever, and deal it. Don't mask it. Don't hide it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and
why do you not want to hide it? What will that bring you?
I don't want to hide it.
Why? Why? What do you want? What do you want that's keeping you from hiding it?
I'm not looking for an outcome. I'm just looking for reality.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because whether I'm honest with myself, it's not necessarily going to impact this or this. Because if I start saying, if I do this, then this is going to. Now you're assuming I have a big plan.
What if we try? What if we try this? What if your desire is simply?
Do I have to pay you for this?
To live?
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
It's by the minute.
Tips are welcome.
One of those.
What if your desire was simply to live a meaningful life, one that's pure and awake? I'm trying to use words.
Oh man, I'm so far away from pure. Okay, but go ahead.
What you just described to us
sounds pretty pure to me.
Sounds pretty pure to us.
Yeah.
That you lay awake at night for a little while, anyways.
Yes,
and you start to scrape away the layers and find out what's underneath. That's purity. That's
different terms. Okay, we use different.
All right. Okay. So I get to what you're talking about.
I just look at it as introspection. That's all.
Yeah.
Nothing about purity, because I like the Stooges.
And does that feel
like I'm as pure as the driven snow? Yeah, but you drifted. That's me. Okay, I drifted. I get that.
Yeah,
love the Stooges.
But isn't that? Does that bring meaning to your life? does that have some value, obviously, to you? Because
You're talking about an end result. I'm not looking for an end
No,
result.
we're talking about.
No, you are.
No,
the deeper desire.
You're saying.
Then hear me.
Does it do something to your life? You're talking about an if-then scenario.
No.
I'm just saying this is part of my process.
I
talked to Vincent today, and I'm laying there going, I kind of blew the guy off, and I really shouldn't have blown the guy off because he had a valid point. My fault. I got to learn to sit there and blah, 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 blah.
Why?
That's me. That does not say.
Why would you not want to blow him off?
Are we running for president?
What would move
this
you?
Is pretty good.
What would move you in the direction of not blowing him off? And what would be the opposite of not blowing him off? Let's say it would be.
That's what I'm asking
it'd
myself.
Be listening to him.
No, I may not. I may
validating his point.
I may still do the same thing down the road, but at least I've taken the time to talk to myself.
And what
ask.
I'm interpreting that you're saying is, next time I would prefer if I validated that man's point, if I honored his viewpoint, if I offered him some dignity instead of whatever you did.
So therefore,
that's your desire.
The deeper desire is to be better at your job in a human kind of yet professional way.
To live in harmony with these other beings that you fraternize with.
I'm just looking to identify. I'm not saying I'm going to do anything with it at all. I've identified it.
I'm not saying,
and that to me is important.
But you do have that. You do have a desire. Otherwise,
this is my show.
What do you want?
I don't care about
this
Leslie
is good.
being here. Knock it off.
What do you want from the show?
He's standing up. He's grabbing a hammer.
I'm not doing this.
Listen to the onion being unpeeled. It's
I want to take a break.
Peter, what are you feeling?
I got to get out of here. I cannot deal with this.
What are you feeling in your body right now?
This is good.
Anger.
Yes. Good.
Finally,
breakthrough.
We're getting some work done here. We're getting the work done.
We'll be back with Leslie.
I expect a big tip.
Where's the music?
And we're back. There's no music.
Man, you were as
I'm
bad
humming
as
right
he
along.
is.
I'm
So
sorry,
Jim's been
we're
escorted
engaged.
out of the studio.
We're engaged. No, everybody's still here.
Excuse me. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, come on. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We've had a breakthrough.
Oh,
it was good.
I'll give you
lots of tears. At the break, there's lots of tears, lots of hugging.
Yeah. And we got here without an intervention. So I think
we all feel much better now.
Yeah. The intervention will be in the next hour for you. Anyway, Leslie, we got a couple minutes left.
Yes.
Forget the boys over here for a minute.
Yes.
What's going on with Co-op?
That's sexist.
Well, we're super psyched. When we had, it was like 3 weeks ago, we were talking about Rounded Up at the Register.
Rounded Up at the Register.
Right.
Yes, and each month there's a different nonprofit. So we were able to raise $3,000 for Catch.
That's
Sweet.
Last
great.
month.
That's awesome.
This month, we're halfway through. So we're working with the Friends program.
Yep, that's right. That we also talked to last month.
So
right.
if you're cashing out, they will say, "Would you like to round it
very
up?"
cool.
And that's what it's for. So if it's 15 cents, whatever
It's
it is,
great.
to the
Do you
know
next
who's
dollar.
next month?
It's great.
Oh
Any-
gosh, next month is going to be.
Just wondering.
No, but you know
I
what?
can't remember what the
You
next
can go
one
to
is.
ConcordFoodCo-op.co-op.
Yeah, we have-
because
and-
the list of all the monthly beneficiaries are there.
So now we have we're lined up through the end of the year, but now you can vote for your favorite nonprofit. So if
that's
you
right.
do round it up,
Okay.
we will have a voting. You can actually get a sticker and then put it on your
I'm going to
list.
ask you another question
right.
you may not have an answer to.
Oh, geez.
I got to do it because we didn't catch up with Greg. How did the eliminations go at the talent show?
Awesome.
yeah,
It was
excellent.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. It was like the turnout was great.
Good.
Yeah, there's 12 amazing acts for the talent show that's on October 5th
Yep,
Right.
at the
it's
new
coming
theater.
up in October. Yep.
Yeah, it was super fun. So it was like a nice preview to what you can expect.
that's awesome.
Did
Yeah.
the young man who played guitar with us, did he make it?
No.
Oh,
I
he did a
know,
great
I
job.
know, I know.
But
I
he's
know.
such a wonderful young man.
But that shows you how amazing the talent
Wow,
is. Because
yeah. I
know.
he was.
Okay.
He was an
Awesome.
amazing talent.
No, that's
and
okay.
couldn't make it
I
in. That's
know.
great.
It's
though.
for a
That's
great
good.
cause, and
Yes.
I'm glad that the support was there.
Yes.
This was the Concord Coalition to End Homelessness.
Yes.
And the talent show coming up, and elimination very hard. And Greg was saying, tough acts.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
But it's going to be a great night of music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at all.
music, dance.
Yep, and
like-
dance. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a little
Pet
bit of
tricks.
everything.
I
Yeah.
still want the plate guys.
Patrick?
Dancing with
Yes,
plate
we
guys.
have an act with a dog.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Caesar Milan?
No.
No whispering. No whispering. They will be
He
loud.
only whispers. I see.
So how much longer do you have in your master's degree program?
I have, I think, 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
it's
are
a
you
three-year
gonna do with it?
program.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to ideally open a private practice.
Yeah, provide
Yeah,
therapy
that's
through
the
motion,
plan.
and what
Yeah.
that's a great way. That's a great way to go.
Yeah.
Because you got to look for all everybody's got a gift. You got to look for their outlet. That's and then you can kind of hone in. And music and what you guys do and yoga, that's a great way through to people.
Yeah. Hey, what's the connection between dance and yoga, Vincent?
What's the connection? I think there's so many.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I would say for me the main connection is just the experiencing and observing of sensations in the body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's
through
kind
movement.
Of what that's what I like through the therapeutic modality of dance.
Oftentimes I call yoga meditation in motion.
Yes.
And so dance is the same way.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's the same.
Wow. That was fun. But we're out of here. We got to go. Jim Readey, I'm not talking to you. You talk to him.
I feel
Vincent,
hurt.
my brother.
Yeah.
Always great seeing you,
Good
man.
seeing you too, man.
What's his desire with all of this,
And
Jim?
Leslie,
I don't get it.
Please come back.
Yes.
We love seeing
Yes,
you.
yes.
He needs more
Thank you.
litheness.
NHYogaCenter.com.
Come get life.com.
Oh, I'm so glad we're done.
If you're in the mood for real food, it's Concord Food Co-op.